The Muscatatuck National Wildlife Refuge near Seymour provides 7,000 acres of wetland resting and feeding areas for migratory birds and endangered species. Indiana's oldest national refuge, Muscatatuck is home to a thriving population of river otters. Charlestown State Park occupies 5,100 acres of rugged, hill and ravine topography on the banks of the Ohio River north and east of Jeffersonville. The misspelled 14-Mile Creek provides the only color on the barren, late-winter landscape. This Ohio tributary actually flows backwards when the river runs high. The Oxbow in Lawrenceburg protects a 3,000-acre spread of floodplain river bottom on the Ohio at its confluence with the Great Miami River. Tucked behind a levee, the refuge is named for a small, oxbow-shaped lake that was formed when floodwaters carved a new course for the Miami in the 1840s. This refuge is home to a variety of waterfowl. The hardwood forests and rugged creek valleys surrounding the 230-acre Versailles Lake spring to life in late April. At nearly 6,000 acres, Versailles is Indiana's second-largest state park and is steeped in both human and natural history. In the 1930s, President Roosevelt's Tree Army, aka the Civilian Conservation Corps, began restoring the land by planting trees and implementing watershed and erosion controls. Over geologic time, Laughley Creek has cut through the underlying limestone on its twisting 25-mile journey to the Ohio River. Situated a couple thousand feet from the Ohio River, Horseshoe Falls is the most striking of several scenic waterfalls that dot the Hanover College campus. While crawly creatures cling to the vertical rock walls at Clifty Falls State Park just west of Madison, the 1,500-acre park is named after and known for its dramatic waterfalls. The Cali Nature Preserve just east of North Vernon features rich biodiversity with high-quality limestone cliffs, spring-fed streams, waterfalls, and upland forests on the banks of the Muscatatuck River. The 4,000-acre Crosley Fish and Wildlife Area just south of North Vernon is composed of steep to gently rolling hills along a 7-mile stretch of the Muscatatuck River. Named for original owner Powell Crosley, maker of the Crosley automobile, the game preserve is roughly 80% forest and features 13 ponds. At 355 acres, Selmier State Forest just outside North Vernon is Indiana's smallest state forest. Located near the Vernon Fork of the Muscatatuck River, Selmier features cliff outcroppings and several river overlooks, as well as a pond and an old dam. The mostly wooded Tangeman Woods west of Columbus is used by Sycamore Land Trust for its environmental education program. The preserve supports hardwood forest that is laced with intermittent creek ravines. The Touch the Earth Natural Area and Trail west of Columbus features old farm fields and woods that are reverting to nature and abound in wildflowers. It provides habitat for butterflies that are native to Indiana but not to this site, and is known for hiking and birdwatching. The Big Oaks National Wildlife Refuge occupies 50,000 acres of the former Jefferson Proving Ground, where military munitions were tested for half a century. The largest wildlife refuge in Indiana, Big Oaks is named for the mature stands of stately oak trees that surround wetlands, grasslands, shrublands, and the 165-acre Old Timber Lake. Muscatatuck Park is bordered by more than a half-mile of the Muscatatuck River, where it has sliced a canyon through the region's limestone bedrock. A former state property on the edge of North Vernon, it was formerly called Vinegar Mills State Park and then Muscatatuck State Park. The 13,000-acre Whitewater Memorial State Park and Brookville Lake are situated along the historic East Fork Whitewater River Valley north of Brookville. Surrounded by some of Indiana's highest reliefs, the area is one of the state's largest outdoor recreation reserves, with 2 lakes, 2 state recreation areas, and the state-dedicated Hornbeam Nature Preserve. John Sunman's Woods occupies a rolling, ridge and gully terrain east of Batesville with exceptional biological diversity. The forest has large red oak, white oak, black cherry, American beech, shagbark hickory, sugar maple, tulip poplar, and other hardwood trees. The 305-acre Chelsea Flatwoods Nature Preserve southwest of Hanover is one of the state's most diverse plots of bluegrass tillplain flatwoods, a forest type that occurs on level ground atop compacted soils. While these conditions resemble those of floodplain forests, flatwoods are not subjected to flooding from nearby waterways. Clifty Falls State Park's renowned waterfalls plunge over 425 million-year-old bedrock to a canyon floor brimming with fossil-laden rock. Encompassing some of the state's most precipitous topography, Clifty's elevation drops more than 300 feet between its north and south gates. The 2,500-acre Hardy Lake State Recreation Area in Scott County wraps around its namesake lake, which is the smallest state-operated reservoir in Indiana and is held in check by the largest state-owned dam. The 63-acre Guthrie Memorial Woods in northwest Jefferson County is one-third mature flatwoods forest, which is an anomaly among Indiana woods. Most remnant forest stands are confined to slopes and ravines that are difficult to cultivate. Pennywort Cliffs is a 210-acre nature preserve that supports century-old tulip poplar stands, young walnut trees, half-century-old pine plantations, flowing springs, and a 30-foot waterfall. Pennywort is situated northwest of Madison in a deep canyon along Big Creek. It's named for the state-endangered American pennywort, a wildflower that thrives at the base of its limestone cliffs. Tribbett's Woods Nature Preserve in southwest Jennings County is one of the best remaining examples of an old-growth southeastern flatwoods in Indiana. Situated between 2 Muscatatuck tributaries, Vernon Fork and Graham Creek, this forest type grows on soils referred to locally as white clay flats, which are poorly drained, grayish-white clay. These unique growing conditions result in unusual tree associations that are essentially non-existent elsewhere in the state. Wells Woods Nature Preserve is a mature, flatwoods forest situated just south of Main Street in Comiskey. Like nearby Tribbett's Woods, Wells thrives on white clay flats and has likewise developed unusual tree species combinations.